Microphone. Come on, Mike.
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports War. And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports Report. I am your host, Brian Barnaby. And let's just say the boys are back. The boys are back in town.
I'm excited for this one.
Dude, you have to go talk about this Westbrook.
I know. We will.
I'm not.
She's gotta go. She's gotta go.
I know that you love this flow. We just chillin'. We just chillin'. We some villains.
I love it up. Get the ammo and I take it over the top of private stock on the top of shot. I put the clip and I let it in. I make it fall. I make it move. Make it explode. Hit your nose. Hit your nose. Take you touch your toes. And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports Port. I am your host, Brian Barnaby. Tony in town. What's up, bro?
Good weekend? Dude. Yeah, no.
Really?
Well, I had a good weekend.
You personally,
I personally had a good weekend.
The New York Metropolitans
did not have a good weekend. Rough weekend.
He always has a great weekend. Maine, Magic Mike, what's up, man?
Yes, I did have a good weekend. I got to see Tony's parents.
That's right, dude. You met my dad for the first time.
For the first time? No, I didn't.
Skipped dinner.
I didn't get to have dinner, but okay. I do.
We saw him after dinner.
Yeah, we saw him after. Saw me after, and
we saw me after.
I saw him after, and I love your dad.
He's cool.
Seems like a nice, sweet man.
Yeah. The Uncle Richie stopped by.
No, I could, but everything you explained about your dad, I get it.
Really?
Everything.
I don't remember what I said about it.
Quiet man, doesn't talk much, but he did talk a lot. But I could tell that if he was in a bigger, if there was like more people.
Oh
there,
yeah.
Mouth shut.
Is he Mets fan or no?
I don't know.
Baseball guy?
He is a Mets fan. Yeah,
okay.
He is most definitely. Jets fan also.
Okay.
Go.
But honestly, action-packed show we got today. We got Yankees, we got Mets, we got Michael King's burner account, we got NBA free agency.
We got to talk about that.
We got Olympics. Dude. I mean, what else? What more could we ask for?
Dude, it's jam-packed Monday. Let's go.
Jam-packed Monday. Of course, we'll start in the world of Major League Baseball.
Giving Chase Judge, and he dives into the stand.
DeGrom begins the season with an overpowering strikeout of Ronald Acuna. The wall is gone! Three-run home run! What's going on here? I love it. He drives one to the moon. High, deep, and very gone.
All right, the weekend that was in Miami. We'll start with the Yankees sweeping your Miami Marlins, getting back on track and just primed, ready to go. And I mean, we'll start on Friday. We had a 3-1 victory, and you know who set the tone? Really, two guys, but on the mound, Jameson Taillon.
He did.
A new pitcher, 5 2/3, 5 hits, no runs, 2 walks, 5 Ks, gets the W, 6-0 with a 2.11 ERA. His last 7 starts, lowest ERA in the majors over that span.
Hey, man, that's really impressive. And I mean, I feel like Taillon, we've been, at least in the beginning of the season, we were really busting his balls, dude. And it's funny. I mean, we probably say this a lot at this point, dude. You know, he just didn't pitch a lot.
Yeah.
Past couple of years, took him long enough to kind of get going and stuff. And like I said, dude, I think at this point, dude, he's wheeling and dealing, dude.
It's funny. I have to say, you know, I'm reluctant to give you too much credit, but when I was complaining, you were saying, well, I mean, he's been off for a while. He needs time, and here we are. I mean, he's like saving the season.
Reluctant to give me too much credit.
So I'm just being honest. Do you want honesty from me or not?
No, I love the honesty. But you know, I'm right.
But you know, I've really been impressed. Love to see it. And then Anthony Rizzo.
Oh my God!
I mean, we'll get to the rest of his weekend, but he debuts towering shot to right for his 15th home run. First as a Yankee, 2 for 3. So you love to see that. He's fitting right in. Love the energy. Seems like a leader. And I know, like, listen, it's 3 games, but like I already want to re-sign him. You know, he's gonna be a free agent in the offseason.
Absolutely, dude. I mean, we talked about him on Friday. You weren't here, unfortunately, but I mean, he's one of the most likable guys in baseball.
Right.
Like, just by the way his attitude is, just his clubhouse mentality. And not to mention, he's a phenomenal player, dude.
Right.
He's got a great swing. You can see him hammering the ball. He clearly loves being on the Yankees now because he's killing it. And on both sides of the ball, even too, his defense is phenomenal.
Right. You see that throw he made on the double play?
On the double play, yeah, dude. He is a great first baseman. And, dude, I mean, what a grab by the Yankees.
Yeah, because I just feel
so
like
impressive.
it's like besides the performance, it's a chemistry thing.
Mhm.
Your left-handed bat, and then the defense. Like they've struggled with defense in certain areas.
Yeah.
Labor, obviously, Voit not being fleet of foot.
Exactly.
So I love the move.
Mhm.
They're not even paying his contract. They
Yeah.
didn't give up. I mean, it's just
Beautiful.
Love it.
Can I watch this for my
Yeah,
first time?
dude.
Yeah.
Oh, you haven't seen this?
No.
Oh, my God.
Look at this bomb.
Dude,
First
it's
at bat.
just his swing is so
Not first at
fluid,
bat,
dude.
but I think this was his second at bat.
In Chicago,
Third
will
at
never,
bat, third at bat.
ever have to buy a meal there.
Oh,
my God.
And now he throws one deep to right field. There it goes.
Oh, yeah, I love when look at him screaming.
His first Yankee home run, and it gives the Yankees.
That's awesome. Yeah, that was cool.
And how about Marlins? All these games, they had 20,000 plus fans, and they averaged like 7,000 a night. But everybody in Miami, Yankee fans,
No
hype.
shit.
I love to see it. I like the ballpark too, I have to say.
No, yeah, it's a nice ballpark. I mean,
Um,
Miami, come on, dude.
Yeah, it's where you want to be. And then, the rest of this game on Friday, Stanton finally gets in the field, doesn't make any errors or anything. He goes over for 3, of course, which is what you expect out of him at this point. And then Rookie Odor, again, a big 2-run single in the 8th inning. So they get this win 3-1. Chapman scoreless 9th for his 21st save. And like I've been saying, the stare is back. He's locked in.
Yeah, dude. Chapman's locked in now. Hopefully it's for the long haul this time.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, it seems like, when a reliever or a closer like that kind of overcomes some type of adversity, when he kind of refines his pitch. I mean, you want to think that, at that point he becomes a little more confident in himself and he's going to keep the stare going, dude. But Stanton, dude, in the outfield.
This is where he needs to play, and I was going to get to this. Voit is doing rehab stuff now.
Right.
There's talk of, give Rizzo a day off once a week. Or
Oh,
put him
dude.
No.
No.
Okay, first of all, you're not guaranteed anything with Rizzo past this season.
Right.
He's got to play every day.
Especially if he's playing like this, dude.
Right, and he's so good on defense at first, and it's like Stanton. If you're so set on you need to be a DH, then prove yourself at the plate. Until then, you're playing left field.
Right.
I mean, it's not that hard, and I think they're gonna do that. And I think they don't want to ruffle the feathers too much, so they haven't committed to doing that.
Right.
But I think we'll see once Voigt's back. I mean, it's like you got to get his bat in the lineup. I mean, with Voit in the lineup, Stan playing left. I mean, this offense.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, should take off.
Well, if Stanton decides to hit, but I mean, you think Stanton is kind of tight about him playing the outfield?
See, the weird part is when they first put him at DH, he didn't like it.
Right.
He said, I've always played the field. I don't want to just sit in the clubhouse. What am I going to do while I'm on the bench? And I think now he's kind of set, I don't want to do it. But it's dude, you haven't earned anything.
Yeah. I don't think it's really your decision either, dude. At
So
this point.
I think we'll see that. It was nice to see him play Friday and Saturday. He played the field. Once again, really didn't. I think he had one hit at the plate. But you look at Saturday, it's a 4-2 win. Domingo Germán only goes 4, gets the no decision. Then they place him on the IL after the game. So you don't necessarily like to see that, but what are you going to do? Next guy up. And they were going to, because they acquired HEANEY, which I didn't really get to talk to you guys about too much, which why are you acquiring an Angels pitchers? They haven't had a good pitcher in 10 years.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think your connection on Friday was a little
little
iffy,
spotty.
dude.
But don't you think HEANEY's trash? I mean, when it comes down to it.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, I was very surprised. Like you said, when you think of the Angels, you don't think of good pitching, really.
Just look at the numbers.
Yeah.
The numbers.
So I don't know what they saw. I mean, I guess having another pitcher isn't necessarily a bad thing, I guess. But I mean,
the reports are Matt Blake has a couple things that he thinks he can fix. Oh yeah, I'd love to see it.
No
Matt.
shit, dude. But we'll see.
Yeah. I mean, give him a chance, but but with hesitation.
Yeah,
which
of course.
is should be understood. Right. But you look at the rest of this game. Rizzo, another one, 2 for 2 is 16th. Odor, another 2 hits. Yankees bullpen, 6 scoreless, 2 hits, no runs, no walks, 6 Ks. They give Chapman the night off, and Loizaga doesn't implode this time. Gets his 3rd save, and then you have another series in the book, and then it's all on from there till Sunday. And once again, a 3-1 Yankees victory. Montgomery sets the tone, only gives you 5, but 3 hits, 1 run, 1 walk, 5 Ks. He gets to no decision because the offense really struggles against Alcantara.
Mhm.
And it's kind of the typical thing. Younger, hard throwing,
Right.
high velocity. I mean, his changeup's 91 miles an hour. I mean,
I
he
know,
had him
it's
off
crazy.
balance, but I knew once they went to that bullpen, they were going to be able to
Dunzo.
claw
Mhm.
a couple runs together. And then the Yankees bullpen on their end does their job. 4 scoreless innings, again. And then they get a perfect ninth from Chapman, 22nd save. So complete the sweep. And going into this game, they were 4-10 when going for the sweep. So it was nice.
Wow.
It was their first sweep since June.
Holy shit, dude. But dude,
So it had been a while.
bullpen, bro. Oh my God. Like Saturday and Sunday really excelled. I mean, it's great to see that, especially when, we've seen them struggle kind of here and there, with Chapman and some in relief as well. Dude, I mean, it's all around. This is a great series for the Yankees.
And I'm hoping too. We've seen every single important pitcher in the pecking order implode.
Right.
So it's like maybe it's just like getting that out of the way, and now they're going to be locked in down the stretch.
Yeah.
Britton, he keeps. I feel like every time he's in the game, he gets a double play. Maybe he gives up a run, but he does get the double play. So I like to see that. And then I have to say, I mean, it's very early, but Clay Holmes has done his job. Coming over from the Pirates, I think he had a 4.7 ERA, but he's pitched some scoreless innings. And one thing I was disappointed in that they designated Sal Romano for assignment. The Southington native, had done his job when he got the call. But
what are you gonna do?
Yeah, I just think they wouldn't have if they knew Herman was going to go on the IL.
True.
They had sent down Abreu. He comes back up.
Right.
But you deal with it, as you can.
Any word on Herman or no?
No, just shoulder soreness. So see what happens. But Severino, they're saying end of this month he's doing a rehab start, I believe this week. I think tomorrow actually. So that'd be huge. And then Kluber, I don't get how it's not going to be till September. Like it's like that injury was so long ago.
I know it does. It feels forever. When did he get injured?
I think May, right? I think it was May. And it's just, but I mean, give him a shot because I mean, if he is anything close to what he was before, I mean, that's going to be a huge boost. But you look at this game in general. I mean, you just had big hits, not a lot of runs, but you get Rizzo coming up big again.
Of course, dude.
Game time single in the 8th. Judge, a go-ahead single in the 8th as well, 2 for 4. Gallo gets his first hit as a Yankee. And then once again, this whole series actually, LeMahieu and Urshela nursing some minor injuries. So they just came off the bench as pinch hitters. Right. But they're both, I think, expected back today. And so I think you could kind of point to, each game, I mean, you scored 3, 4, and 3. So that's not really what you're looking for, but you weren't at full strength. So now Orioles, I mean, this should be the time to get going.
Although you never know. I mean, the Orioles sometimes prove to be a little thorn in the Yankees side.
Not too much of a thorn. I mean, what's the record? Come on. What's the winning percentage? 700 over the last couple of years? I mean, it's got to be up there.
No, I'm sure it is, but you never know. But yes, you would expect, the Yankees starters, bullpen to come out like they did all weekend, and for Rizzo to hit some more dingers, and that's it.
And what a reception he's gonna. I think he's gonna have to do a tip of the helmet when he first gets up to the plate. They're gonna be on their feet. They're not gonna be able to start the at bat for a minute and a half.
Honestly, dude, he's such a good get. I mean, the guy's a leader too. He's a natural born leader. You saw it when he was on the Cubs, dude. It's and
it's funny. You looked at his numbers. Easily. I mean, they didn't jump off the page what he had done in Chicago. But do you feel like just being in contention and really playing for something in a new environment and joining an organization like the Yankees just is going to make him perform better than he was before he came over?
No, absolutely. I mean, as much as I hate to give you credit, Barnes, I mean, the Yankees obviously is a very prestigious organization. People, when players are growing up, like they want to play for the Yankees. Like it's like a childhood dream, and they're hyped for when they actually do get into the majors and do play for the Yankees. And you can see it in Rizzo, dude. You see it in his eyes, dude. He's happy to be there.
And it was funny too. I don't know if you saw this on Twitter. I think I tagged everybody, but it was like they had a meme of like Gallo and Rizzo, both being Italians, like their first lunch in Miami. It was a picture of Paulie from The Sopranos and Sil like sitting at dinner, and Paulie like raising his glass. And hilarious. And before we get on to tonight's game, just one other thing. I was kind of thinking about this earlier this morning. As far as, and I know like free agency is a while away, but what type of deal do you feel it would take to re-sign Rizzo? I'm thinking 3 or 4 years, about $20 million a season. Is that kind of what you think, or it could be less, could be more? I mean, what do you think?
I would think Rizzo wants some more length out of the contract.
Like a 5-year,
maybe like 6. Yeah.
6. Is this a Michael King 6? Dude?
No, dude. But come on,
32
honestly,
years old
dude.
this offseason?
Yeah.
6 years? I mean,
Dude, I mean, I don't know. I feel like Rizzo doesn't really struggle with much injury. The most he's really had is like some back spasms, right?
But how
So
much?
it's like-
If he does go 6, though, I mean, what type of deal? How much money are we talking?
I'll give him
What about this?
maybe 15 a year.
What about
Okay,
this?
so
Yeah.
it's almost like a LeMahieu type of
Yeah.
contract, like longer, less per season. Michael,
What
were you
about
gonna say?
4 years?
$60 million? That would be perfect.
No,
4
you could
years.
even go 50 and do a bonus type thing. Like we get to the World Series, you do this with
MVP,
batting. Yeah, well,
30 dingers.
You love those
Yeah.
stipulations and stuff, dude. You like that. Incentives.
But
and
the
things.
incentives
Yankees,
because it
in their
makes players
contracts-
work hard.
Yeah, for
It
sure,
does,
yeah.
but
Smart.
historically, and it might be different with Hal in the fold now, but they didn't like to do
How?
incentives because they thought we're paying you a lot to be here. You're expected to make the All-Star game, win MVPs, win World Series.
Also, fair point, Michael. What do you say to that?
I do like that, but players
Oh,
today
yeah,
are soft,
But-
little
but
cupcakes.
not
No, this
Rizzo.
isn't
though.
the NBA, dude.
But Rizzo
Yeah,
is
MLB
not,
too.
Rizzo is
Rizzo
a
is
gamer.
not soft.
I mean,
dude.
it's just you need that passion, and he brings it. So
Hal's not walking through that door.
no. And looking at tonight, so 7:05 on Yes, Lopez versus Heaney. So Heaney's making his debut
Let's
tonight.
go, dude.
So I am concerned about that, but obviously the Orioles 30 games under 500. So even if he gives up a couple, you'd expect him to score a couple. Lopez's ERA is in the 6s, right?
619, baby.
619. So I
Rey
think
Mysterio.
absolute smash spot for the Yankees. I'm expecting double-digit runs. Gallo's first Yankee home run deep to right, and Anthony Rizzo another one, and he's getting a curtain call. Am I wrong?
Oh, no, you're totally right, dude. What's your score? What's your score, bro?
10-2.
10-2?
10-2.
Say 11-3.
11-3. What's Heaney's line tonight?
Oh, dude, honestly, I say he goes I'll say he goes 6. Gives up, let's say 5 hits, 2 walks, 2 earned runs.
Okay, I mean that would be
Six-
good. I mean,
6
obviously
strikeouts.
Orioles, and then he never has another good start the rest of the season. But yeah, I mean, I'm expecting him to set the tone, keep the good times rolling. I mean, now because the Red Sox got swept by the Rays, so Rays are a game and a half up in the division.
Yeah.
The Yankees all of a sudden are only 5.5 games back of the Red Sox, two games back of a wild card.
Right.
I mean, right where you need to be. And I said this. I think the Red Sox play over their heads and are going to taper off here. They're not winning the division. I would expect them to probably get a wild card, but I
Right.
just think that pitching is coming back to haunt them. They really don't have answers. I know Sale, yes, is coming back, but the other guys I'm not impressed with at all.
Yeah, I don't know. It's tough. I mean, the other guys have you see kind of stints of good performances, but it's also, I mean, dude, they're playing the Rays. You know, I mean, the Rays are super hot. I wouldn't exactly count out the Red Sox yet. I mean, I don't know what their upcoming schedule is looking like. But I wouldn't count them out yet.
But my thing is, though, playoff series. Is Eddie
Oh.
Rodriguez shutting out an opponent for 6 innings?
No.
Is Martin Perez going to do that? No. The only chance you have is Chris Sale.
Right. But I mean, dude, you never know.
You never know,
You
but
never
you do
know,
know,
dude.
You
But
do
I
know.
mean-
You do know at the same time.
Barnes doesn't know.
So I have 10-2.
Dollar
Tony
coffee.
has 11-3.
Cumbies.
Give me something, Michael. Here
What do you
for
got?
tonight.
24-0.
No, 13-1.
Constipation.
13-1. Who's going yard?
You're going to see Rizzo, Judge. Is Sanchez playing?
Yeah.
And Sanchez.
Okay.
I'd like to see Odor go yard.
I could.
Those days are long gone.
But what? Like, I don't know what it is. Is it the environment, being in the lineup with all these like bigger names? Not that everybody's producing. Like, but what do you really think this like renaissance is? I mean, he seemed like a finished guy. Especially
I
when
know.
he first came over.
Dude, Yankees. Prestigious
Yeah.
organization.
Yeah, and he's under contract, I think, for another year or two. For the Rangers are paying.
Yeah, I know. It's so funny, dude.
Oh man, so I feel so
Go.
good, and I hope Tolly's watching because the World Series train is back on the tracks, and I'm not veering off. Okay, I know I've veered off many times this year.
Wow. Okay. No more veering.
I'm sticking to it.
We're
The
dialed
New
in
York
here.
Yankees are making the World Series, the run of all ages.
Yeah.
And your hero is Anthony Rizzo. I mean, he's setting
Easily,
the tone.
dude. Easily.
I mean, it's just like such good moves, and it's just funny though. The one thing that I didn't like, not that like obviously it works out good for them, but it's like you're making the other teams pay a couple million. Like it's just like we're not that type of organization. I don't know. It just kind of bothered me a little bit. Like we need the Texas Rangers to pay $2.4 million for Joey Gallo. We can't just pay the salary.
Yeah, true.
Come on.
Dude. Where's the prestige in that, huh?
Yeah, that's the one thing I didn't like. But obviously, the players are in place, so can't complain too much.
You can't
World
make Barnes
Series,
totally happy.
back
He's never
on-
100%.
Oh, I'm
happy.
ecstatic.
Oh,
After
yeah,
the
he's
weekend.
ecstatic, not 100% happy.
And last number before we get across town here, last 21 games, your New York Yankees, 14-7. That is going to get you where you need to be. And where you don't want to be is losing 2 out of 3 to the Reds over the weekend. 7-1 loss on Sunday. I mean, give me the weekend recap, Tony.
Oh, you want the weekend recap, dude? All right. So Friday, I was very specifically pumped for this game for 2 reasons. 1 being Carlos Carrasco, 2 being black jerseys.
You mean Cookie Carrasco, as Rojas would say?
That is his nickname, dude. They call him Cookie. I don't know what to tell you, dude. Season debut on Friday. 4 innings, 3 hits, giving up 1 run, only 4 Ks. Not exactly the season debut you want, especially since it was so long awaited.
Right,
dude. I mean,
right.
hamstring issues, whatever. And he was even doing well in the minors, honestly, down for Syracuse and on Coney Island. But whatever, dude. Not exactly the debut you want from him. And then to boot, you don't exactly get good offense. McNeil goes 2 for 4, but as a team, they strike out 11 times. 15 men on base, and they fall 7-1. It's that simple. Dude.
And I didn't see in the box score how many pitches did Carrasco throw. I know he went 4, but how many? Like, did they kind of short on that?
I think it was like maybe high 60s, 70.
And what do you think? I mean, I get it, like, because it's more pressure than the minors, but what do you think about teams doing that for the guys first start back? Always like a light pitch count. Do you think it makes more sense to just build it up in the minors and then have free reign when they make their first start, or no?
I don't know. It's kind of tough. I guess it depends on what they're looking like. I mean, honestly, I feel like in a game like on Friday when we were kind of getting blown out a little bit, I would have just left him in there.
Right.
See what he could do.
Right. Yeah, give us some length. Like, why waste the bullpen?
Exactly, dude. You're going to lose anyway,
Right.
So, I mean, but it is what it is. Maybe, I mean, I don't know how he was feeling, maybe what he was talking about. Maybe he had a couple issues. His hamstring was maybe tight, bothering him, whatever.
What was he hitting on the gun?
I think he was at like 96, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. And is he a free agent after the year, or they have him for another year?
They have him for 1 more year.
Okay, so at least you want to see something positive there going down the stretch.
Dude. So, but I mean, I guess we'll see. Of course, having him back from injury is good to have him just in the rotation, and hopefully he kind of again comes along. Clearly hasn't pitched at all this season, so we'll see. Moving on to Saturday,
the fireworks.
The fireworks, dude. I mean, Mets take it 5-4 in extra innings. It goes 10. Richie Hill.
Are you tight on him already? Uncle Richie, are you tight?
Dude, a little bit, honestly. I mean, but it's tough. I feel like, any one of his starts can kind of go either way at this point. He goes 5 innings, 4 runs, 1 walk, only 4 Ks, and no decision. It's tough. I mean, he doesn't throw any gas, really.
Right.
It's all breaking balls, mixing up the pitches.
I mean, I feel like this is a good analogy. It's like what I said about Eddie Rodriguez, Martin Perez in a playoff spot.
Oh,
is
of course,
really shut
dude.
down the opponent?
No, absolutely not. He's not really your shutdown starter. I guess he's good to have as a veteran now. We talked about it when the Mets kind of picked him up, but I guess in a high leverage start, I mean, I'm not going to go to him, dude.
You'd rather have Cookie out there.
I'd rather, honestly, at that point, dude. But what should we call it? Drury saves the day in the 10th. Walk-off single. You'll love to see it, dude. He is batting really well, dude. 311 batting average, 4 home runs, 11 RBIs, and 61 at-bats for this year. You said it before the show, the new Billy McKinney.
I mean, good parallel.
He fits right in, dude. Yeah, absolutely.
And do we have location on Billy McKinney? Where is he at the moment?
I don't know, to be honest.
Like, is he even in the organization?
No, he's not. They traded him.
They traded him.
I forget.
I feel like I'll just look it up.
I know, dude. At this point, they did trade him. I know that, dude. I forget.
McKinney trade
Dodgers.
Dodgers. Okay, so yeah, I mean he was on fire, and it's funny too.
It's a shame, dude.
He had such a good start. You like seeing the lefty bat, but then like with Drury, he's a guy, kind of highly touted. The Yankees had picked him up, and they actually he was supposed to be the starting third baseman, but then Andujar that year, did really well, and then they kind of just got rid of him. And he's never really panned out, but it's like he's not. I mean, what is he? Probably 28, 29 years old at this point?
I think he's 27, dude.
Okay,
actually.
so I mean, he's not that old. So
he's 28.
I mean, if he's gonna, produce some offense for them, they're gonna take it.
Yeah, dude. And they threw him in the outfield. He's looking pretty good. The guy's pretty quick on the ball. He's got a nice glove. Yeah, dude. I mean, I'll take it any day of the week. So the Mets kind of skid by on Saturday.
You didn't mention one thing.
Oh, Javier?
Yeah. I mean, you weren't pumped?
No, of course I'm pumped, dude. But I'm just tight also. But yeah, all right. So Baez, I mean, at the time we were, 1-for-1 with Baez playing, right? So, dude, he has a hell of a throw. I think he clocked it at 91 as for the cutoff. He threw I forget who he threw out at home plate. But, dude, oh, my God, dude. He was like 91.6 miles an hour. Oh, dude, he whipped it around. And, of course, he's got the big home run on Saturday, too. 8th inning, I think. 7th inning, maybe. To cut the deficit to 4-3. I mean, talk about firing up the offense. At that point, firing up the dugout. I mean, Baez is someone that obviously, he's well sought after. And, we talk about the middle infield now for the Mets. Like, oh, my God, dude.
So if he can play second, is that the plan when Lindor comes back?
Yeah, dude. So that's actually quite literally what he said. He said the only way I'm playing second base is if it's with Lindor. So the idea is to put him at second. He's also played third base as well.
Okay.
So, I don't, obviously there's some versatility there in the infield. But I would imagine when Lindor comes back, they'll probably be putting maybe McNeil in the outfield or McNeil at third base.
Whoever's hitting, basically.
Whoever's hitting. It's tough because McNeil has played third base a few times in his career. He's played third base, I think, twice this season. First time he had like 3 throwing errors.
Okay.
I know. So it's definitely a different fit for him. So maybe some time to adjust. But, I mean, if McNeil can play third base, so I'd say it's put him there.
And what's the deal with Lindor? Is there a timeline? Have we had any updates on him?
I heard next week, I believe.
Okay, so he should be rehabbing this week.
Yeah, so he should be rehabbing this week. Hopefully, there's no setbacks or anything like that, oblique, whatever, dude. But obviously, at this point, bring him back with welcome arms.
And do you feel like, I mean, I know kind of like with Rizzo, it's early to still speculate on this, but like, do you think Baez is someone that they could possibly, re-sign in the offseason, or do you think this is more of a rental situation? Oh,
no. I mean, I think it's definitely a possibility. I mean, obviously, him and Lindor are really close friends.
Right.
So I feel like he would love to play with Lindor and for the Mets, obviously, as well. So,
but it's funny though. Like, it seems like he not that they would want to give it to him, but it almost seems like he should get as much or if not more as Lindor. But I mean, you can't have your middle infield making $600 million.
I know. Yeah, that's gonna be tough. What they're gonna negotiate, I guess. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, why? I don't know. I could see him resigning. I think he's going to want to, honestly.
But I'm trying. Is he a year older than Lindor? Because isn't he 29? And what is Lindor 28?
28, yeah.
Okay. So it just kind of it's just, I don't know. Like before Lindor signed that contract, I would have thought, he's like a 220, 230, like getting 300. Was it 315 or what was it?
The contract for Lindor?
Or 320?
I think it was like 345.
345.
Yeah.
Like. But no, I just think it's like that would be honestly though if they could pull that off, because I also think like it's a sense of like how Rizzo's like performed well, like like I just kind of think Lindor's play will be elevated with Baez, like having definitely. That double play combination, and I don't know. We saw him perform so well with Jose Ramirez all these years with the Indians.
Yeah, definitely.
I think it should elevate him. So I think that's something the Mets, should look into because this 24th home run of the year. They've struggled with offense. Yeah. I just feel like it's a good guy, and it's just funny too. And I know sometimes you just need to change the scenery, this and that, but like with the way Chris Bryant homered in his debut, Baez, Rizzo's been doing well. It's like they have Wilson Contreras. Like, why were the Cubs so bad? Is it David Ross being a joker as a manager?
Dude, I don't know. They talk about it. I feel like every season since they won the World Series, they talked about it because it's almost the same team, really. Yeah, they have they have all the same big players, and they just couldn't produce as well as they did that year. I don't know. It's really weird. I don't know if it was more of mental thing or having something to do with, the Cubs curse or whatever, dude. But it was.
Because it just, to me, like, I was so shocked when they were trading everybody. And then especially like Bryant, and I understand last year he was terrible, but he was so good this year. Baez, I mean, 23 home runs before he comes over to the Mets. Rizzo, I mean, on pace to have a decent year. It's just like, what? This doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, I know. I think their pitching, I believe, struggled a little bit, and maybe just they didn't have the offense to back it up at that point. So
it's kind of crazy though, just how the mighty have fallen. Them 2016, your Washington Nationals 2019, trading
house,
Turner.
dude. I know.
Like what? Why?
Cleaning house, dude. That's it. They're tired.
I
mean, the year the Nats won the World Series anyway was like, I wouldn't say like a fluke or anything. I mean, obviously they're a great team, but I mean, they came out of nowhere.
They did come out of nowhere. But the thing is, though, you just think about the names like Rendon, Scherzer, Strasburg, Turner. It's just
Zimmerman, Soto.
So I mean, it's like that should be like, I don't know. You just shouldn't have to tear that down. Not even 2 years later. I think it's crazy. I really do.
But I mean, good for New York. I mean, we seem to do well. From it. So
yeah, exactly. So great win on Saturday.
I would say it was a great win.
Little extra innings. Drury, the hero. I mean, you had to feel good about that, no?
I felt all right about
Are you considering getting a Drury jersey?
Yeah. Oh, dude, of course. Just for the name alone.
Where is he going to play primarily? Outfield or third base, do you think?
It seems like the outfield.
Outfield,
yeah.
Okay.
They want him in right field or right field, rather. Yeah, Conforto's in right.
Conforto for Stanton, straight up?
No.
You have to be pretty tight at Conforto, though. Like, is he under 200 at this point?
Yeah.
I mean, what in your eyes? What's going on there?
I think it's him looking for a big hit all the time. Honestly, dude, I really think that's what it is. He's looking for the big home run ball, and he's just whiffing.
Like almost like a Gleyber Torres, like swinging like underneath everything.
Yeah,
like trying to lift
it up. Exactly, dude.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know.
It's a boot.
He's got great defense. I'll give him that. Dude.
Nice throw last week.
Nice throw. He's got some nice diving catches this season too. He's a good outfielder. He's at 199. By the
Maybe
way.
free agency pressure. Talking big legacy deal, and now it's like you're looking at a 1 year, $10 million.
Dude, literally, he was looking to get a big contract.
200 million plus.
Oh my God, that's not going to happen this year, dude. No way. Anyway, so Sunday, dude. Oh, God. Mets lose 7-1.
Stroman's back.
Oh, Stroman is back. 5 2/3, giving up 8 hits, 4 runs, 1 walk, only 4 Ks. I mean, McNeil had a home run.
Yay.
Team was 3 for 29 at the plate. Dude, I can't. Only 1 extra base hit. I mean, we talk about the Mets struggling with their offense. I mean, this is it. This whole weekend, really, dude. And it sucks because we talk about the trade deadline. I said that offense was probably a little bit more important than pitching, which I still think it is. I mean, I think I don't know. It's tough because our offense is capable of scoring big runs, right? But we just don't do that consistently, dude.
No, and it's like it kind of similar to like what the Yankees have gone through this year,
Yeah, no, it really is, honestly. And it's just, I don't know, dude.
You know who was talking about it this morning on Boomer and Gio? KFC. He called in and they were ripping him apart. He was all Mr. Positive. This is a long-term plan with Cohen, the injuries, and
JFC from Barstool?
Yeah. And
Big Mets fan.
Jerry Recco and Gio just weren't having it. They're like, no, the team's underperforming. This is ridiculous. I don't want to hear about injuries. Guys aren't performing. They were actually going in on Alonso. They were saying, he's not that guy from his rookie year. I mean, he was, they were really giving him a tough time. I mean, obviously, they're fortunate to be where they are, but it's just like Conforto, Lindor. I mean, I think they're the biggest culprits offensively this year.
Definitely, dude.
Daniel
Who's
Murphy.
back?
Oh my! Wait,
before from Screen Time.
Oh, it's right. It was from the Screen Time episode.
Yes.
I honestly think Daniel Murphy retired too young. I mean, why not give him a call now? No,
might as well, dude. How old? He's 36.
I mean, no, but serious. I'm actually serious.
No, honestly, I'm saying 36 isn't that old, is what I'm saying, dude.
Yeah.
Look at this guy knows everything, huh?
But I want to hear it straight from the horse's mouth, Tony. rest of this season, your prediction, runs per game. What do we got starting tonight? Mets
On average?
like, yeah, just from this point till the end of the year.
I mean, like slightly under 4, I think,
Really?
right now.
Okay.
No, I think right
right
now we're
now.
under 4.
Okay.
And I don't know, dude. We've been pretty consistently under 4 for the whole season. So I mean, I think we're gonna finish it out under 4, like 3.6, 3.8 runs a game.
Okay.
I really don't see us, consistently producing offense at this point. Do we win the division? I still think we do
By default.
by default. And then maybe so maybe people get kind of crazy in the playoffs.
Offensively, though, I mean, is it just like what I said? I mean, is it comes down to Conforto and Lindor? I mean,
Oh, absolutely,
who are
dude.
the biggest culprits here?
Lindor definitely, especially I mean, obviously big contract,
Yeah.
high expectations.
I mean, it's just like, not even like average level. Like
exactly
just
below average
yeah.
batting at this point. So
well below average.
and Conforto as well. I mean, I feel like Nimmo you really can't complain about as much. McNeil as of late has been producing. I wouldn't give Alonso as like that hard of a time.
Yeah, I mean, tough start.
Tough
He's
start for sure.
rebounded kind of the last month or two.
Yeah, and he hits in some pretty some clutch settings.
Right, right.
He has some big clutch hits. I would say Dom Smith is a little bit below par as well.
Yeah. Couple
So-
under par.
Couple under, dude. 2 under maybe.
2 over, really.
Yeah. Fair enough. So yeah, between him and Conforto and Lindor, I mean,
Yeah,
dude,
That's supposed to be the heart of your lineup.
and I guess at this point, why not throw McCann in there? I think McCann was like kind of under the radar, doing well,
Yeah.
and then just kind of tapered off. His average is like 255 right now. His on base percentage is like a 694.
Right.
So I mean, of course you sign him for more of his defense, but I mean, just do better.
Yeah, I mean, 252, 8 home runs, 689 OPS, slugging 370, only 8 doubles this season. And last year, to boot, only 31 games, but he had an 896 OPS, so that's over 200 points higher. His slugging was 536. But you look at his career numbers, that was an outlier, and that was only 30 games. So maybe Matt's jumping the gun, possibly.
It's possible. Again, I mean, I don't think he was a bad signing still. I mean, the guy's a phenomenal defensive catcher. It's so hard to steal on him.
But I look at these contracts, and I don't know. I guess at the end of the day, you're paying the same amount of money, but I just like structuring it where you get the bigger money up first, and that, you know what I mean? Because they went 8.1, 8.1, and then 12.1, 12.1.
Yeah, I know.
When he's 33, 34, 2023, is he going to be hitting 170? That's the question.
Hey, man, you never know.
You can't forecast, but we can forecast for tonight. The Mets go to Miami. We have Tyler McGill, star of the show,
Dude.
2.04 ERA this year. I mean, what's going to happen tonight? TBD on the other side for the Marlins.
Right. I mean, come on. Marlins are dead in the water right now. McGill has the second lowest ERA in Mets history as a rookie through his first 7 starts, number 1 being Nolan Ryan with a 1.99 ERA. I mean, dude, we talk about him all the time. He had, a little bit. His last outing wasn't great.
Yep.
But I mean, again, Marlins dead in the water, dude. Like, I think it's time for him to really showcase his talents here, dude. Let's go, dude. Let's go 7 scoreless.
How many Ks?
I'll give him 9, dude.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay.
Heavy.
What's our final score tonight?
We'll win 2-0.
Really?
Yeah.
Can't claw even in the bullpen game with the Marlins. It's not like Alcantara's on the hill.
It doesn't matter, dude.
Yeah.
I'll give it
Yeah.
2-0.
Yeah. Is it like a 15 left on base, 12 Ks type of night?
Yeah. That's maybe like 8 Ks.
How they
12
getting the
on
runs?
base, dude? Let's see. Maybe Alonso solo home run.
Okay. Drury.
I'll say
maybe.
Baez, maybe, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Baez.
Yeah, because
Alonso and Baez.
Jeez.
Let's go, dude.
Jeez, you just think about it. When Lindor comes back, Baez, Lindor, Alonso, Conforto. I mean, it's like, how can you not score runs? Pathetic.
Preaching to the choir, bud.
Yeah. I mean, that will be pathetic. I honestly think
Pathetic, dude.
Now-
I don't think he ever said pathetic when he talks about the Yankees.
no. Oh, Michael, please, Michael.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know, dude.
But
Run it back
I
on
honestly
tape.
think no excuse. The Yankees just did it. I don't see why the Mets can't sweep the Marlins here.
Quite literally, no excuse here. Let's go. Like I said, Marlins are dead in the water.
But I'm looking for some
Pun
more
intended.
juice on the offensive side tonight. I mean, 2?
Oh, of course, dude. I'm giving you 2, dude.
Really? Okay.
I have low expectations.
I'm gonna say 6-2 and 2 Baez home runs
Wow.
and a Drury granny. That's your 6 runs. So 2 solos for Baez, Drury granny, Tyler McGill complete game.
Wow, dude. Look
Let's
at
go.
you. You're
Let's
feeling
go.
real good after the weekend, huh?
Feeling good for the Mets. Michael, what do you got?
Oh, God. The
Five.
breath says it all.
5-1 Marlins.
Wow,
It's ridiculous.
it's tight.
Reverse psychology. We know Mike's
What-
strategy.
Are you
No.
are you hoping that the Marlins sweep the Mets and just because you want to see Tony's reaction?
I just think that's what's going to happen.
Really?
You think they're going to sweep the Mets?
I think the Mets didn't do enough in the offseason. I mean, in the trade deadline.
Oh, they didn't at all, dude. We can get into their fucking pitching.
No, we don't
issues
need
now.
to.
No, I think we should, honestly.
No, we don't need
But
to.
if the Marlins
It's already
sweep the
been
Mets,
40
dude,
minutes.
I'm grabbing.
You're done?
I'm grabbing the Piazza jersey, dude.
You're
It
grabbing
doesn't
the
mind.
Piazza jersey.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
not going
think
to be
so.
yours anymore.
But
Yeah,
the
'cause
funny
they
thing
calling
is,
it, dude. Fuck you.
they could get swept by the Marlins, and they're still going to be in first place.
Oh yeah, it's going to be first, but they're going to win the division, dude.
It's a joke. Oh man, but I think Yankees win, Mets win. Michael, your favorite part of the episode? We got to talk a little NBA here.
Oh, okay, cool.
We're not talking Kamar Rocker, dude.
Wow. I mean, I would quick on Kamar. Overall take on that. I mean, I
Fucking-
talked about it last week.
Bad job, dude. Well, now it's like they didn't. That's it. They didn't sign.
Oh
it.
yeah, no, I know.
It's over.
I know.
Dude. Like, I mean, horrible job at this point, dude.
Yeah.
I really don't get what their goal there was.
To get the 11th pick next year. I don't, but also
Come on,
I think
dude.
it's a band-aid on the fact that they didn't dive deep enough into his
They
medicals.
didn't.
He
They
didn't
did
re-
not
he didn't
know.
release them.
Yeah,
But then
they
it's
didn't
like,
know, dude.
I mean, come on, you're telling me he's really not going to like be able to pitch? Like I
they didn't even renegotiate it, like the signing bonus or
Yeah,
anything, dude.
I think. I mean, I don't know. I just think it's a terrible job because
I think
the
it is a terrible
potential's
job.
there. It's like,
Of
yes,
course
it's
there,
a
dude.
risk, but it's not the first overall pick. It's the 10th.
Right.
You're getting the 11th next year. I don't know.
But you're gonna tell me too that they didn't know
Yeah.
to start off? Like,
No. And we're in Cohen.
That's so
had some, like
embarrassing,
snotty
dude.
tweet about it.
yeah, he was like, "Oh, you know, a pick in the draft is worth twice their face value." Like, dude, no,
yeah.
no.
So
Like,
that,
what a
that
horrible
job-
time to tweet, dude.
terrible job by the Mets there. Obviously, pumped for the Yankees. Trey Sweeney, their first round pick, left-handed hitting shortstop, future star in the Bronx. We'll see him in a couple of years. Kamar is gonna, I guess, pitch in the international league because he's not eligible for college.
Yeah.
Because he opted out. He can't sign with a major league team, so he is stuck in the middle of nowhere.
I don't really get it, and I forget who his agent is. Boris, yeah,
Yep.
yeah. He's saying like, "Oh, we went to multiple different doctors, and MRI said there's no issue, there's nothing wrong." Like, dude,
Enough.
shit, dude.
Enough. So
Oh my god,
we'll see what happens in the future with that situation. Michael, so NBA free agency
Yes.
starts today. We've had a little news already. CP3, Kawhi, as expected, opt out of their
Both
deals.
opt out.
But they're saying expected to re-sign with current teams. I mean, do you feel it's chalk there, or do you think there's going to be a surprise?
You never know with Kawhi, right? But
Yeah.
I think Chris Paul is resigning now that Westbrook's in LA.
And we didn't get to talk about that.
What do you think?
So, I mean, I think it's like I hate just the thought of Westbrook jacking shots. So I just
Yeah.
hope if he doesn't shoot 1 3-pointer, I think it'll work out great. Honestly, I think that's the biggest thing. And then I also think, he's played at times out of control, going for triple doubles. I just have this feeling that LeBron can rein him in and just say, listen, we need you to do what you're best at. Stop shooting, distribute, play, make, and then I think he can play a crucial role. And I also think we might see a different attitude out of him because he's come up short in all these playoff series. He wants to win.
Yeah, I know. We'll see. I saw a funny picture I thought you would like. It was like Russell Westbrook on Houston when they played the Lakers in the playoffs. Remember how they defended him?
Yep.
They just gave him 15 feet when he was on the 3-point line. And it was funny because it was like the Lakers think this dude's the option when they guarded him like this all playoff series. It's just funny to see. But I think you're right on with that, dude. I'm not so much interested in all that. We'll see how that plays out. I'm excited to see where like all these other guys go. Lowry, Conley, but Lowry, because I feel like Lowry still has some juice, especially more than he could be a starter in the league still. Where Conley, I don't know, man. He's not giving me all that, but
I mean, I think Lowry can be a starter on a championship team if he's like the third, fourth guy.
Yeah, of course.
Perfect, good defensive guy, good basketball IQ.
Apparently, Miami's looking to do a sign and trade with Toronto.
And they want to give them Dragic.
Yeah, which that's awesome. I think Miami gets better in that.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see where DeRozan goes. You know what I mean? And I wish Leonard did do some trickery and just left and went to somewhere else just to be a dick. Yeah. And then John Collins, where do you think he's
restricted free agent? I mean, I'm trying to think cap space wise. I mean, does he just end up going to Detroit because they have money and no one wants to play there?
And get like a max? I know. I don't know. Honestly, I want Lonzo to come to the Knicks, to be honest.
Do we have any update on that?
Peter Lonzo?
No. Lonzo Ball. There's no update with him. New Orleans is they did something. I forgot what they did.
Oh, they made that trade with Adams and all that.
Oh yeah, that was to free up cap space to re-sign Lonzo.
But then this says that Chicago is likely to land Lonzo.
I know.
I mean, what do you think about that?
I mean, that would be a great pairing with those dudes. And yeah, I've always wanted Lonzo to just kind of run his own team, to be honest.
Would you give him the max on the Knicks or no?
No, he's got if he wants that, he has to play a year for whatever.
But I feel like he's only taking the max or no?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah,
I don't think he is. I don't think he's earned it yet.
But because the max isn't like the veteran player max for him, right? Because it's his first contract.
Yeah.
Is it I think high 20s?
It'll be like, what's his name? Tim Hardaway's.
Okay.
Remember his fucking 70 for 4 years or whatever?
Yeah.
Laurie Markkinen, your boy Taylor Horton Tucker.
I mean, Lakers early bird rights, so I think Horton Tucker ends up back in LA.
Yeah.
I'm hearing a lot of noise about Gary Trent.
Dude.
A lot of teams want him.
Oh, yeah. I mean, him, and honestly, no one's talking about Devontae Graham.
Yeah. I mean, I've always liked Graham. The only thing is he shoots a little too much.
Yeah.
Low shooting percentage.
Yeah. Shit team, though. You know what I mean? Whenever you're on shit teams, you're going to jack them up, dude.
Yeah.
But Laurie Markkinen, I feel like he fell off, dude. It's so sad. He was such a buzz.
But I think he can still. Is he 24?
Yeah.
Or I know that's his number, but I think he might.
I think he is.
He still is that young, honestly.
Let me see.
I can't believe we don't have any more
high power. 24.
24. Okay. But I think he could be great.
Jared Allen restricted.
I think he goes back to Cleveland.
Josh Hart
maybe back to the Lakers now, but they don't have the cap space. That's a problem. Tim Hardaway Jr. Lakers. I think he wants to win. He's a shooter.
He'll sign cheap.
Would that not be a good move for them?
Yeah, or Dinwiddie.
Yeah. But Dinwiddie, I think, is looking for money.
Yeah.
Hardaway's obviously the Knicks have given him too much money to begin with, so he's fine.
Norman Powell.
Powell, I mean, you think back to Portland or no?
Especially if Melo goes to Lakers.
Yeah.
He had a good playoffs, Cameron Payne.
Yeah, he did.
He might go somewhere.
He might get a couple bucks.
Same with Reggie. Reggie had a great playoffs with the Clippers.
The Knicks, we've talked about this, back in the day, would have given him $120 million.
Easily. He would have already been signed.
Dude, what about Schroeder in the Big Apple?
No. Why are you throwing me all these old point guards, dude?
Dude, whoa. Isn't Schroeder 27? I'm going to say 28, the oldest. Wow, would you look at that, Michael?
All right, well, still, that's just not, I don't want.
You're very particular. It's so at the end of the day, who do you want the Knicks to get besides Lonzo? Who else do you see them adding this offseason that you're going to be happy with? I mean, we know you want Melo.
Yeah, it'd be cool to end his career there. But are we talking
realistic? That
Lonzo,
not like Zion.
I'd be happy if we got honestly, like a JaVale or someone.
Okay.
To be a backup center to Mitch.
Mm-hmm.
So he doesn't have to play so much minutes.
Is Nerlens coming back? Is he on
the only people on contract for the Knicks right now coming in is Barrett,
Toppin,
Obi, Quickly, Knox, and Julius.
Okay.
Those are the only players on the Knicks roster right now, technically.
Do you want them to bring back Nerlens?
If
you don't get Javal.
Yeah, if we don't get a little bit better of a backup center, he's great. The one thing is, all season I was worried that he'd break. He's so frail, dude. He's so skinny. Every time he goes up for a block and comes down, I get so fucking nervous, dude.
Yeah,
looks like he's gonna break his leg when he lands every time he jumps.
And he's obviously had injuries over the years. Wait, so officially, is it like a 12 o'clock deal, like, or because I know there's like the tampering period. Like,
I think it starts at let me see what time it actually starts. So funny how they have a start
6 p.m. Okay, but it's like there's probably been 50 deals signed already. Like,
I know,
please.
like Westbrook already said his thank you to DC on Twitter.
Yeah.
Why aren't we getting any penalties here?
But I'm just so. I mean, the Lakers, like, I think bring back THT. But it's like I'm just so curious how are they filling out this roster. I mean, it has to be all veteran minimum. And I know he's a shooter technically, but he's a big guy. I think Cousins goes back to the Lakers, dude.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, he actually lasted this playoff. So
right. And I think that's a great guy off the bench. They need those type of minimum veteran.
But I saw Dwight's coming back for you guys.
The Lakers.
Listen to this. You're gonna like this. Dwight's coming back. Melo. They're gonna trade for Buddy.
How dude? They can't fit Buddy's contract.
Apparently, they're going to.
No, but I really don't think it's possible. Honestly,
where there's LeBron, there's a way. Right? I mean, I don't know. And I forgot who else they're gonna be getting. You're gonna be getting a lot of
veteran. I would love it. I don't know if is Redick a free agent or
he is. That's another player you guys might get.
They have to bring him.
Yeah, that's another player.
How has LeBron
not played with
Redick?
I know.
In the corner for three. I mean, please. Maybe even Reggie Bullock, or you think he goes back
he's a free. Yeah, no, the Lakers are interested in him.
Okay.
But honestly, dude, Contavious Caldwell Pope 2.0, like,
yeah.
A little bit younger, a little bit better shooter.
But overall, not just focusing on his like three shooting and stuff, but just the trade. I mean, do you think it made sense for the Lakers because trading those three guys, Kuzma, Harrell, and KCP, like they weren't going to get anybody even as close to good as Westbrook, so it was kind of their only move, or no? For that type of salary,
I honestly think it was stupid.
Really? Like you think you're better off keeping those three
and then signing Chris Paul? Tell Chris Paul, hey, dude, fucking. Don't resign.
Yeah.
We'll sign you cheaper.
Yeah.
I'll win you a ring. We'll have mad pieces still. I don't know. I have PTSD for Melo. No offense to Melo, like with the Knicks.
Yeah.
Like I saw what happened. That's why I don't want the Knicks to go all in for Dame or go all in. Like, cool, he's 30. He's the Dame dollar. Blah blah blah. He's 30 something, and it's like, how long are we gonna have with him? 5 years maybe. And like maybe Melo is the same thing. And we gave up all of our young pieces and draft capital. And I know it's different, leadership and stuff in the front office. But then you see Melo struggle for the next 6 years, trying to just get out of the second round.
Right.
And the best year we had was with fucking Jason Kidd, Marcus Camby.
And a guy that you don't like to talk about, Hovac.
Dude, Rasheed Wallace was our backup center that year. We won 50 games, dude.
Yeah.
We had it was like no future, no promise.
Right.
We were getting bounced if we met LeBron in the Heat, no matter what.
Right.
Even if you wanted to be all like, "Oh, we beat them 4 times." Remember they swept them in the regulars. We're gonna beat them this year. Can't even beat Indiana.
Right.
And so, man, I don't know. And then you still see, Wilson Chandler. I think he's out of the league now, but he had a long career.
Right.
He played a lot in Denver. He was a part of a lot of those playoff teams. Gallinari's still in the league.
Right.
Timothy Mozgov, kind of fell off the last couple of years, but things could have been a little different if they were in New York, I think. So I that's my thing with the Knicks. It's like, I'm okay with them not doing anything because I've seen them try to do too much.
Right.
A la Eddie Curry, a la Jerome James, a la T-Mac.
Yeah. No, that's true. I'm just excited to see the reshaping of
these
entire
teams.
league.
Yeah, of the league.
Yeah.
I love that. I love it. I love it. I love it.
What type of deal you think Paul gets from the Suns? Is it like a 3-year, 100, or what do you think? Because he's supposed to get $44 million and he opted out.
Yeah, maybe cheaper so they could get other pieces.
Yeah. I mean, do you think, would you like to see him bet on himself and accept that? Or do you think he did it so they could get more help?
Get more help.
Yeah.
You know, if he doesn't win, then it's like he tried everything he could.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Push comes to shove, though. Melo in LA or New York?
LA.
Yeah.
I think it's
he
done.
Wants to be there.
I think it's a done deal.
Yeah.
Kobe, you know, LeBron, it's all there for him.
But
I think the Lakers are winning it. I said it. I said it last year. I said they're not going to win this year because it just that whole turnaround was crazy.
Too much. Yep.
And then, you know, clearly LeBron, I love all the photos of him like looking at Kuzma on the bench and just like, you know, he knew they didn't like that team wasn't constructed the best way. And now this year, dude, they're going to retool. LeBron's going to be fresh.
Right.
AD's going to be fresh. They're bringing back Dwight and apparently, honestly, JaVale. That's another thing I was going to tell you. Apparently, bringing back both those boys.
I love that.
For cheap minimums. Have them rotate in like they did.
Redick.
Get Redick, dude. Get Melo. Oh my gosh, dude. Keep Taylor Horton-Tucker.
Right.
You have Westbrook.
Yeah.
Maybe try to get like a solid, like not a Rondo again, but like a Rondo, better shooter though. I'd say
point guard that can knock down a three
off the bench, so LeBron could take his like rest a little bit here and there.
Yeah. And like I was saying, I think Westbrook, like it's just with those guys, you weren't going to get good value. So I think at the end of the day, it's a risk first taking because you're not going to get another star.
How about this for popcorn and NBA Finals fucking movie cinema history? You got Katie, you got Harden, and you got Kyrie. The original Thunder minus Westbrook. Basically, they're saying we want Kyrie, not you, Westbrook.
Yeah.
Right in this journey.
Yeah.
And then LeBron's like, okay, bitch. I'll take your damaged goods in Westbrook and make him elite. Yeah. And then I got AD. And this is going to be, I think for the next 2 years, I'd say we'll have Lakers, Brooklyn.
Yeah, easily.
And then honestly, the only team I'm worried about in the West is Golden State.
Right.
Because I think they're scary.
Are they trading for Beal?
That's what I wanted to close this out on. Yeah. I cannot wait to see what happens with him.
Right.
Because where he goes, you know it's going to happen. It's not going to happen right now.
They're trying to say, though, that they think...
Dude, it's not going to happen. Dude, you know what's going to happen? That they're going to fucking start off 0-14, and he's going to be like, get me out of here.
Right.
This is a ship that is already sunk. And he's not going to want to waste his time there.
But what do you think about Clay coming back? Are you concerned at all?
Mm-mm.
But you think possibly what we're going to see is, obviously he's going to be the great offensive player, but not going to be as quick and not as good as a defender as he was pre, these two injuries.
I don't know. It's tough to say with him because he never really relied on athleticism as much as like other scorers. And that Golden State team is so good when they're all together at help defense that it's not just one man. If you watch, I remember when they were all together, they would, you could watch like clips of Draymond as much as I hate on him for a lot of stuff. But defensively, dude, it is ridiculous what he does. He reminds me of Kevin Garnett,
right?
In terms of just letting everybody know what's going on, who's where, what's where, and then rotating is on point. So, maybe the one-on-one guarding will be affected a little bit. We'll have to see, but I'm not worried about him. I think dude, he scored like 60 on 4 dribbles.
Yeah,
one time.
Yeah, I know you're right.
Like that's who does that?
Shooters can always shoot. That's why I'd like to see the Lakers bring in Ray Allen. I don't know if he's interested, but
dude, he looks like he is.
Yeah, no, he does.
Ridiculous. Funny story, real quick about him. AJ's favorite player of all time, Ray Allen.
Really,
all-time favorite. He's got every jersey from UConn all the way up.
I always liked him.
Loved him, and he's at Mohegan. AJ's walking around with his crazy fiending for the tables, and sees Ray Allen. Goes up to him and asks him for his autograph.
Yeah, he was in Mohegan,
and he loves Mohegan.
Ray Allen autograph.
Walks right by him. Doesn't even look at AJ. Doesn't even acknowledge him. I'm your number one fan. Really is.
Oh, that's
doesn't even acknowledge him. Walks right by him.
Before we close out NBA, Tony, your 2022 NBA champions are
All right, I gotta go with Brooklyn, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
Really, with those losers, huh?
Yeah, I know. Dude. I want to say, maybe the playoffs they just went through this season. Maybe they realized, they should maybe try a little harder in the regular season.
Or try to get rid of Kyrie, either one.
Maybe one of them. Maybe use some more Sage, maybe more Sage.
Durant, you think he gets a smaller shoe this year? This way, he doesn't have to worry about it getting on the line. He said he likes wearing a bigger shoe than he needs to.
Right,
really?
Which obviously bit him in the ass.
That.
That's what he said. Yeah, you didn't know?
What an idiot!
Half a size too big, dude. You know what they say,
Yeah, a little. I think
it's
he's
funny though. Actually, one of my friends, we like growing up,
overcompensating
since middle school, we'd always play one-on-one.
Yeah.
We loved shooting 3-pointers, and he had like a size 13, and I get him all the time. His foot being on the line, dude. It's only 2, and you get all tight. But it's like, I mean, what do you want me to say? Like your foot's on the line. It's not a 3-pointer. I mean, I'm just saying that comes.
How old are you?
Middle school.
Middle school.
He had a 13 shoe
In middle school?
Yeah.
Good for him, dude.
But I don't know. That could come back to bite to boot.
Yeah,
that's all I have to
bite
say.
to boot.
To bite to boot. Michael, anything else you got? We can't talk about the Olympics. So
just the medal count. I just want the medal count.
I just watched.
We're not talking about what you
Sandra
watched.
Shoffley, gold medal in golf.
Just the medal. Oh, nice.
Medal count.
United States is at 64. China
64 could be 65 with Biles back for the beam competition.
Dude. Valerie Allman last night just won gold in the women's discus.
U.S. women's soccer chunked it. No gold medal game.
In the semifinals against Canada. First time Canada beat the U.S. in the Olympics in like 20 years. U.S. baseball just lost right now to Japan.
Tanaka started the game for Japan.
Started the game. I know, dude. How crazy is that?
So are they eliminated?
They are eliminated. That was semifinal. Okay. They went undefeated in pool play.
David Robertson blew it late or no?
I don't know who was pitching, honestly, but
but Yankees or Mets, I would pick him up, honestly.
Yeah, honestly,
cheap deal. Why not?
Yeah, why not? But yeah, they just lost it in the 10th inning against Tokyo, Japan.
And Bulgaria still only has one medal.
They still only have one medal.
Yeah,
damn, that's tough, dude.
Yeah. Who's in the championship for baseball?
For baseball,
Japan.
At this point, let's go Japan, dude. Home crowd.
Yeah. You think Tanaka on short rest just do it or
yeah? Why not, dude? Come on. Italy is 20.
And then back to the Bronx
Italy
next year.
Medals, by the way. Oh no, I don't think so.
He said unfinished business.
I don't
he did
think
say
he's
that.
going back.
Had sushi with Cole and his wife before he left.
Really?
Just saying.
Really?
We're talking pitching.
No way.
But I'm honestly like as a 5-starter.
I don't think so, dude.
Yes, but it's like I'd rather see some younger guys come in there. It just
come on, dude.
I don't want to see Tanaka come back to a 7 ERA.
Yeah, really, dude. He went out when he's
maybe the Mets will pick him up. They need help.
Dope,
would you
dude.
take it right now?
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah. That's serious.
But I want to start the movement. I want Robertson in the Bronx. I really do. I just think it's a cheap deal. You're telling me he's not better than, Clay Holmes?
Mm-hmm. No, definitely.
Yeah.
By the way, if you guys are bored and need something to watch, men's singles badminton gold and bronze matches.
I don't think anybody's that bored.
I have to pee.
I think if you need
that's ridiculous. Dude, have you ever watched badminton, honestly?
No. And I think if people are bored and need something to watch old episodes of the Sports Port, of Screen Time, of Where is DTV Now?
Yeah, dude, that's
even
way
DTV
better.
Fit.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. There's better options than badminton.
Yeah, Tony. I agree.
I don't know why you're so Olympic, like you're an Olympic apologist, Tony. That's what you are.
Olympic apologist.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Apologizing for anything.
No, you are.
for bad content, bad ratings. We want Bob Costas back as host. I mean,
nobody wants
you
Bob
have
Costas
to
back as
account
host.
for these things, Tony.
The ratings are
Honestly,
down.
I don't even know what the ratings are.
The ratings are down.
I don't care about the
very
ratings,
far
'cause I
down.
watch
There's only people like you watching.
I mean, not everybody wants to see the Decky winning gold. They just don't care, Tony. And I just think that's something you have to realize.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I care.
Really?
I don't care what you care about, dude. I care that I care.
But Michael at least knows what
I know. Yeah, I'm with you on this.
I can't wait till this competition's over. I really can't.
This competition?
Olympic.
Like the Olympics?
Olympic competition. Is it not an Olympic competition?
Yeah, that's fine if you want to call
games. The closing ceremonies. Let's get the torch out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet you will, dude.
And on that note, I'd just like to thank everyone for joining us. Keep commenting, keep liking, keep subscribing. As Tony says, you are our bloodline. Everyone enjoy your day. We'll see you tomorrow.
Don't watch the Olympics.
Watch. Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do. Thanks again.